Oh, hey,
Oh,
we're live.
we are live. We don't.
Actually, not live. This is gonna be like recorded and not edited and just thrown up online.
Chris from Two Wheels in a Face was actually really. He honored our random start thing with the episode you missed, where we did the hot tag.
Yeah,
He's like, you guys just start, right? Like that's your thing. And then he just started, and I was like,
nice.
oh, dude, that's awesome.
Good, good, good,
Chris
good.
gets it. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you,
Uh,
Chris.
you missed an episode, man. That's your
Bro,
first miss.
dude, that
And
was
Charlie missed it too, by the way.
Charlie missed, and well,
It
dude,
was one heel.
I missed two bookings, a potential third. I missed an episode of the show. Like work life got to me hard.
Yeah, it got you this time, man.
Dude, and I've been pretty good about balancing my work life and wrestling life these last few years. It took
It's
2 years, but there was just one day it finally caught up to me.
dude. It was only Chris. It was one heel, no face.
Bullshit, there was three heels.
There was all three heels. No,
Chris is
three.
not a heel.
Chris is definitely not a heel. He's a
Dude,
face. Three heels.
it
No
should just be two
backstage boy.
faces. It should just be called Two Faces, and we have heels.
I
Uh,
think. Wait, Chris explained this to me. He said, I was like, well, I'm like, wait, who's the heel and who's the face? I'm like, so you guys are both heels. Who's the face? And he's like, the guest is the face. I'm like, wait a minute. The guest can always like. What if the guest is an asshole?
how
Like,
can you be the face of a podcast when you're not the mainstay?
right? This doesn't make any sense. There was flaws. There was a hole in that theory. So, but that was fun. We previewed the tournament. What was funny was we did not have. We announced who did we announce during? I think Joey Lynch during, but we didn't know about Willie Mack at the time. So Willie got announced.
Yeah,
After.
Willie was the only one. You know what's funny though is I knew about Willie.
How'd you know about Willie?
Well, because I'm making the cards.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well, I'm
let's
not
put
making
that
the
out there.
cards, but I'm the
We're
one
working.
collaborating with the card maker.
And Nate, so Nate's part of the writing of those cards. Nate's previewed some of his writing by doing the bios for the. I've been doing a day every day, a tournament entrant. And so Nate wrote the little bio. It's your photo, Nate's bio.
Dude,
Um,
I'm glad this year everything's 100% in-house with those.
so what was the deal last year? We use an outside, like a third party company, or what?
Well, no, it's the same person who's making the cards, but what I'm saying is the photos were from everywhere. And
Oh,
the not all the photos were from directly from AAW shows.
oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so the only two cards right now, well, the
Mhm.
only two cards that don't have pictures from guys from AAW shows are the two people making their debuts for AAW, which is Jake Atlas and Willie Mack.
But those are still your pictures, though, that you've taken,
Yes, so the Jake Atlas pictures are the ones from the Rise Pride and Joy show,
which you
and
shot. Yep.
then Willie Mack pictures. There's two of them from just like Impact that
Hmm.
I think we used Night You Can't Miss pictures because
Oh,
there's
really?
not there's not a lot of there's like no Impact branding on the pictures that we decide to use.
Okay.
So I
Got it.
don't yeah, I think those are the two places that we used it from.
Okay, cool. And yeah,
Yeah,
because they're
but yeah,
debuts.
it's 100% my pictures this year, which is pretty dope. And then um Nate's doing all the write-ups, and we had like six different people do write-ups last year.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, I think it was me, Keith. Um, there was like a couple random people. I know there was like a couple fans. Um,
Interesting. Who
yeah,
who sourced that though? Like, whose idea was it to source all that?
I don't know I think it was Keith who sourced it.
Interesting.
So
Huh. I don't know
yeah,
there's that many people involved. I have no idea.
Yeah, it was a nice little clusterfuck because when Dragon Lee pulled out last year,
Oh yeah.
the card maker, it was like 1 in the morning, and he's like, "Yo, I need Darby Allin pictures, and I need to write up on Darby Allin." I was like, "Fuck!" I was not in a sober state of mind.
Wait, why did why did Dragon League pull out last year?
Travel issues again.
Okay. Are you doing quotes, air quotes?
No.
Was it for real?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm doing air quotes in my mind really fucking hard. Oh,
By the way,
that was the first time that was the first time he did he pulled out.
Jesus, that's that was twice. I didn't realize you did it twice. Side note, you had a tweet today about Popeye's chicken that blew the fuck up.
Yeah, apparently I went viral because I talked about Popeye. Like,
Why did that blow up so
I
much?
don't know, man, because I speak the truth, man. Like, it's funny. Like, I will have random tweets that just blow up. Like, and they
This
have
tweet was
nothing to do about
absurd.
wrestling. You're like, if you guys can support my fucking wrestling the way you guys support my fucking witty comments,
Like
I'd be fucking rich.
I was like, what the fuck?
Dude,
121 likes. I was like, what? All you
I
said
just
was,
saw it. I haven't looked. Well, it was funny because I'm on my way home and I'm playing my music, so I have my phone on my dock, or in my like car holder,
yeah.
and the music just keeps going quiet because of the notifications.
You and your fucking notifications. Your notifications are absurd. The
Leave me
fact that
alone.
you have everything notification on.
Yeah.
Everything.
No, the only thing I don't keep on is AAW's Instagram.
Jesus, could you imagine?
Everything else stays on.
Like your phone has to always be plugged in, I imagine, because you would
I
die.
charge. Yeah, I do charge my phone twice a day. Or no, once in the morning and then
Yeah.
once around probably 5.
Yeah, I did similar. And then by the time you're home, it's dead. You gotta charge it again.
No, 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 no. But yeah, so it's not like it was like even that crazy of like a tweet.
No, it wasn't. You didn't tag Popeyes. You didn't do anything. It
No, it
just
was. I just
read
said
the tweet. Read the
it's
tweet.
so
It's
stupid.
so dumb. I was like, how the hell? The weird thing is, it was only a 17 retweet, but it got 121 fucking likes. I was like, what?
And you know what's crazy? There's
What?
all these people that like this tweet that I don't follow and don't follow me.
Right. I mean, from the retweets, but
It's
that's
from the
crazy.
retweet. Yeah, dude. Um,
Uh,
this is the tweet.
yeah, read it.
Popeyes out here killing the chicken sandwich game and they're open on Sundays. That's it.
I mean, you didn't tag Popeyes. You didn't tag Chick-fil-A.
I just said that I think the kicker is that I said and they're open on Sundays.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
that's the hook.
straight up, I don't know if you've ever craved Chick-fil-A on Sundays, but that's when I get most of my Chick-fil-A cravings
On
is on a
Sunday,
Sunday.
they're closed.
Yeah, they're closed on a Sunday because
Yeah, for God.
they forgot
They're no,
for
like
Sunday night
legit. They're
football.
closed for God.
It's closed for Sunday night football. Let's be honest here. They're not closed for God. They're closed
Yeah.
for fucking Sunday night football. They all get shit faced on Saturday, and they're like, "We ain't going into work today, so we're just gonna say God made us do it."
Can I break your heart right now?
No.
I love KFC more than Popeyes.
Ooh, why are your taste buds broken?
I love KFC, dude.
KFC is trash.
I will take KFC 200% over Popeyes, brother. I saw that too. I was like, I'm like, fuck this. I'm gonna tag KFC in this
Yeah,
shit.
you didn't like it. You didn't like my tweet. You usually like whatever I post. Not really. You don't.
No, not always. I didn't like that one because I'm not a Popeyes fan. I was like,
Dude, the new chicken
KFC.
sandwiches are fire though. They're so much better than Chick-fil-A's.
That's really
Dude, these are really fucking good.
all right. I mean, I'm willing to try it. Absolutely. I
It
gotta
was
find a Popeyes.
it was so good. Like I was like, Well, I've been on like a chicken kick this week because Chick-fil-A, or not Chick-fil-A, Wendy's brought back spicy nugs.
Spicy nugs.
Spicy nugs. And then I tried the spicy chicken sandwich, and this is a wrestling podcast, guys.
What the fuck are we doing? What the hell are we doing? We talked about wrestling for a second, I think.
For like 4 seconds, and then we
Yeah.
we went into a 20-minute conversation about
Look,
fucking
let's
chicken.
be honest. There wasn't much going on. You know, like Basil's going to shoot 2 shows. We're about to talk about those in a second. You know, I
Yeah.
don't. I'm an AEW guy, a little dabbling in Impact and some things. I don't do much else in wrestling. You know, when there's no fucking shows, I ain't talking about shit but chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, Trent watches like 2 shows. Like
Yeah, I work one and I watch one. Like I literally don't watch.
and then
I don't have time to watch others.
force Trent. I'm the one who forces Trent to go to shows.
Dude, yeah. Start
Let me see, what have I forced you to? Not forced you, but got you to go
got
to all in last year.
yeah, you owe me $100.
I did not. It was a fantastic show.
That's funny.
If that show said Impact, all in, you'd be like, dude, this is amazing.
I would have paid $200.
Guys, this is the greatest show in the history of
Fucking
everything.
beautiful.
Bring
All
Hogan back.
those walking penises, amazing.
Oh.
What are they doing in the Impact Zone?
Bring Hogan back, brother.
Oh, dude. I said that. Hey, that's the building I saw him in for Impact.
No, well, yeah, I was in that too. So, dude, fun fact. Hold on.
Fun fact.
Bound for Glory,
Yeah.
2008 was in that building.
Yes.
Me and my buddy went to the show that day and bought tickets and got 6th row.
At Bound for Glory, which is crazy because that was a full show too.
But they had 6th row tickets. We're like, we thought we were gonna get like nosebleeds, and they're like, yeah, it's like $80. We're like, okay.
They were. I remember that Bound for Glory. It was configured for like 6,000 or 7,000 or something.
It did 55.
55. Okay.
That one did 55, and then the first taping did 5.
That's pretty impressive. The taping was fun though. That was a fun time.
It was fun, and then I was like really happy because that was you know what's the one thing that stands out in my mind that I was really pissed off about though? Like the show was doing fantastic, and then we got Austin Aries versus Sting in the main event.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, fuck it. Let's just DQ this shit. I was like, the fuck?
Was it a DQ? I don't remember.
It was a DQ finish. Yeah, if you look on it was the first live show.
Yeah, on the road.
I think Rude interrupted the match.
Yeah, well, him and Aries were feuding at the time. I remember the big thing I remember from that show was Bad Influence coming out as a Legion of Doom.
Oh yeah, that's when they were coming out as everybody else. They were doing gimmicks based on their location, and because
good though.
LOD is technically from Chicago.
Legion of Boom, they called
Legion of Boom.
So good.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
That was my highlight.
So what's been great, my YouTube algorithms have been really fucked because like I'll go back and just like watch something one time. So I think I watched when AJ picked the main event Mafia over Aces and Eights because I love that moment.
That was a really cool moment.
Like that moment, like I get goosebumps watching that because he's coming down in the loner no one music,
KJ,
and then Ready to Fly kicks up
hit, dude.
When that hit, and they're like, oh, I don't understand what the correlation of his song hitting, and they're like, oh shit, he's a good guy again, but still
he wasn't dark anymore.
He wasn't dark,
Ready
but
to
it
Fly.
was like, but to hear that song. So, like, I go back and, like, I'll watch certain moments again, and I do that with all companies.
Yeah.
But the problem with YouTube's algorithm, they're like, oh, you watched one? I guess you want to watch this for the next 6 weeks. So, there's just, like, all this random shit, and I was like, yeah, I'll click on it, like, because that's what the algorithm wants you to do. And there was this, like, Hogan skit where just, like, Bischoff is, like, shaking his head on the couch, and Hogan is just flexing in the locker room.
What?
Dude, you don't remember that?
No.
I mean, I would block out that era too, but
There was some good in that era.
no, there was nothing good from
Some good.
uh
I'll tell you what the biggest thing came out of that era
hmm,
was they let I remember I feel like Abyss became a star during that era. That's where Abyss became he was able to be a character in that era more than
yeah.
anything because they
I
they really pushed Abyss
I can
hard.
agree with you on that. And then let me see. There was because see, I've been watching the Impact Plus Rewind on Twitch with Ethan Page.
Yeah,
And dude, I'm such a big fan of that show because it's just everything is just they just pick certain moments or they pick like whatever the theme is. And
that's
so like last week was all the paparazzi productions. And how you've heard me so many times like praise those segments.
those segments were great. My favorite
Those
one is when my favorite one was when Jay Lethal was like, "Why do I have to go first?" And Kevin Nash is
because it's
like,
black.
"Cause you're black."
Dude, and then so Ethan forgot about that. And then so you see his reaction. So you
Uh,
see the part where Kevin Nash, it's because you're black. And then Ethan's face is just like, what the fuck?
I remember laughing my ass off.
Oh my God.
'Cause it was just because it's the way Kevin Nash delivered the line. That was the best
Oh yeah, it
part.
was it was fantastic. I mean, you wouldn't get away with that shit now, but still,
No, but it
it was
was great.
fantastic. And
Just
then
the,
that's when Austin Aries was Austin Starr.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then they had the Bob Backlund standards and the Bob Backlund Invitational.
Oh my God. I forgot about this. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Jesus.
they showed the match. They showed the 10-minute time limit where Bob Backlund rated it a draw. So so they went 5 more minutes, and then that's where Alex Shelley won.
So good.
Oh, all of that was
So
amazing,
good.
all of it. And then
I love it.
oh, I can talk about Paparazzi Productions forever, dude. 2000, I want to say it's 2006 because that's when Spike happened was 2006, right?
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah, that was like
2006 to like mid to late 2010, like right at the beginning of that Hogan era, because there was still a lot of like roll off because that's when um because 2010 that's when Beer Money broke up, or is that the feud that got them together?
no, 10 is when they got together.
Okay, so that was the feud that led to them together.
Yeah.
So, like, that was an amazing match. But then you also had, like I said, there was like the Motor City Machine Guns versus Young Bucks or Generation Me during that time. Um,
That feud. Now here's one. Here's one people forget about. You remember the reaction show they used to have? They used to have TNA reaction after Impact would air. They used to be
I,
like
I I slightly remember it, but I like it vaguely, but I don't remember like details.
it was a half hour of exclusive interviews, reaction interviews.
Oh,
But that's what we kind of tried to patent
you.
some of our stuff on at one point. We
I
were like,
forgot about all of that.
so here's the thing. On reaction once, they had a Young Bucks and Guns empty arena match. And to this day, I will never forget to this day, it is one of the most intense matches I have ever seen.
That I think that was the match I was talking about.
Dude, that match, it's an empty arena match, it's in the dark, and they beat the shit out of each
I
other.
believe I believe that's the highest rated match from Meltzer.
It was no, I think he braided the actual one that was on the main show. The empty arena
Wait,
one wasn't a match. It was just like a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
brawl.
yeah. That's what it was.
Actually, I think it was a match, but yeah, it was but the main show one because that they just did a clip of that on their Twitter. But but dude, the empty arena one, it is incredible. It is so good. Uh, I was like, man, these guys are beating the piss out of each other.
Yeah.
Reaction was a very unique concept.
I completely forgot about all
It
like now that you were talking about it, I was like, Oh, and then I would stay and I would watch that. But it wasn't. It was like what, like a year?
Maybe a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it was so good though, man. If you go on YouTube and you type in MCMG versus Generation Me Empty Arena, it comes right up. It's not uploaded by them, it's uploaded by somebody else, but it's on there. I highly recommend this. It's 10 minutes. Highly, highly recommend this match.
Yeah, I'm already abusing my powers to get matches.
So
Over
your
it.
we have requested something via your connection. So okay, our captain of AEW, Danny Daniels, as many know, was a wrestler. Danny Daniels was a wrestler, as was one of our officials, Ryan Boz, was a wrestler. Very long time. These guys were in the business for a while. Saw a lot. Basically wrestled everybody. Been around the horn, and they wrestled a match for TNA Explosion, early Nashville days in 2004. Six was a six, I believe.
2000.
And
Oh, that was 2004.
four.
It
Yeah, it
was
was
2004.
June of 2004. Danny Daniels, Ryan Boz, and Nate Webb taking
Out
on
of
Team Canada.
crazy.
Now, how cool is that? So Explosion is only as far as 2011, I believe Nate was saying, on Impact Plus. So they're not quite at 2004 yet. So because of that, we need to see this match. We definitely want to see this match. And we have called it a favor to get this match pulled from the archive. We want to put we are going to put this match in.
You don't know the reaction that I got from Josh Mathews when I asked. I was
Sure.
like, "Hey, so I'm very blunt with Josh at this point now. I'm just straightforward. I don't beat around the bush. I just said, hold on. I fucking texted a lot today. That's very unlike me. I hate texting.
What? You
Uh,
love text. You text everything.
I don't know, like in normal text, we have the group chat. Group chats are different.
I was going to say, man, you
But
text everything.
normally, but how many times do I call you over texting you?
True. Or you FaceTime over texting or even calling.
Because I like to see your beautiful face. I FaceTime a
Thanks.
lot. Do you know what it is? It's a habit from work. Because all of us at work, like all the store managers, we all FaceTime each other.
Really?
It's just because we were like, we need like human life. Because we're stuck at work all day. So, but I go, how hard would it be to get an match from Explosion in like 2004? And he goes, what the fuck? And
So
then I
what do you say?
explained everything to him, and he goes, let me do some digging.
That's awesome. I hope he makes on that because I really want to see it.
He's good about making on request because I've made some requests for some like for some random things, not like footage wise, but
Yeah.
if I need like a graphic or something that I want to use, or if I need something specific like that, he's pretty cool about getting that. It takes a couple days sometimes, but I really think he'll come through. I was like, I can't find any footage on this match, man. I need it. I need it.
That's awesome. Dude,
But yeah,
it's
let's just talk about fucking wrestling. That's like
we're
from
talking.
from this decade.
How about this? How about you just mention the shows you're going to be working this weekend, then we'll go back to bullshitting.
Well,
Just
I wanna talk. Yeah, just give me a minute. I want to talk like seriously. Let me talk about the freelance show I got Friday.
what before you go to that, can I talk about
No.
how uh, before you how I am once again my band once again got a song for Impact on their
Hey.
we got the Bound for Glory commercial. We're gonna be official music for Bound for Glory. We have an instrumental song called Avalon Averted, the Fixer remix, and that's already been released as part of Bound for Glory's advertising. So I'm psyched. That's two in a year. And do you remember? You recall this? We were on our way to Warrior 2. Remember this? And I literally in the car, I said to you, I said, dude, this is gonna be the fuck. I'm gonna do it in this fucking year. I'm gonna finally get my song on Impact. I'm
Rem-
like, this is good.
Remember when we both so Trent and I pretty much every year we always talk about like our goals, and we were like you were like, I'm gonna get a song on Impact. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking shoot for Impact. And I think we put those goals like towards like the middle of the year. I said I wanted to shoot the Mania Impact show because I was like, that's an easy first start to get in.
Yeah.
And
Sure enough,
then
you were literally doing fucking Homecoming right after
3 days
that.
into the year.
And then I got the first song for Redemption in April. So I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
I mean,
Before,
it was a second pay-per-view.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
and that was it.
Homecoming, you didn't make any, you haven't made any real connections by then, but you went to Homecoming, and that's
Yeah.
where you made your connections to set up for Rebellion.
Actually, I didn't make any connections to that. I came back motivated to do it. That was it.
Well,
I did not do any business at Homecoming at all.
you did business in Windsor, though.
Windsor is where I really, which was January. Yeah,
Yeah,
right after Homecoming,
that's
basically.
what it was.
Yeah.
Well, because yeah, you were on babysitting duty at Homecoming.
Babysitting? Who was I doing?
Yeah,
Oh.
Nate, and wait, was Nate with us?
Nate was
Nate
not.
was at Homecoming.
Yeah, Nate was at Homecoming. Remember, he worked the TV.
Because
He would.
he worked, yeah, he worked
Yeah,
TV, and then it was you, Brian, and Nate and myself.
yeah. And then
I've
Cactus.
done so many of these we've done so many of these like ZMT trips. Like I'm trying to remember who's at what.
Cactus was there. He drove down with us.
He
Remember?
was, and Nicole at that one? No, Nicole
No,
was not at that
Boys
one.
Trip.
She was
Boys
in
Trip.
Nashville. No, not Nashville. What trip did she join us on?
Philly.
Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
That was me, you, and her in Philly.
Right. But
See, I
Cactus joined
can't.
us in Nashville's Cactus.
Yeah,
So
and then he's gone with me to like St. Louis and stuff too, and then he went to Milwaukee with you guys.
that was a trip that when we drove straight from Warrior 2, remember? That's what
Cactus
it
is
was.
honorary ZMT.
He is. He sure is.
He's honorary ZMT. He can't be full ZMT because then we would ruin his like. He is such a like Ryan has such a simple soul for wrestling, and like we were like morphing it, and we were just like putting toxic in him. I was like, dude, we can't do this to you.
No, we can't. We cannot do that to him.
Like we have to keep you at a certain distance, like in not in like a personal way, but like wrestling business wise. I'm like, dude, we can't, because he was in like the Nashville chat, and then we were just like bullshitting in there. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, this really happens?
Oh yeah. We were
I was
talking
like,
insider
oh,
shit, and he was blowing his mind. He's like, "Oh my god, he so and so's an asshole. I didn't know that. I didn't want to know that."
I was like, yeah,
Like
everybody's a fucking prick.
he was sad. It was sad to hear some of that
I was like,
truth,
I can't
man.
do that. Yeah, dude, he's like, we just gotta let him. We just gotta let him do that.
Poor Cactus. But he's a trooper too. But go ahead. Let's talk about your shows you got coming up. Let's mention that.
So Freelance Wrestling is actually celebrating their 50th show.
50
Uh,
shows.
yep, 50th show for Freelance. It is Get Over or Die Trying, which I really appreciate the name of the show. And then the best part about it is the
50
poster.
Cent.
Yeah, the poster looks like that 50 Cent cover. The Get Rich or Die Trying
Oh, yeah, I
poster.
just made the connection. 50 Cent, 50th show.
That's why like when you were texting me that stuff, I was like, "What? You sure? Are you sure?" That's why I was like pressuring you really hard. I'm like, where'd you see that?
I don't know, man.
Now you know. I just dropped the truth bomb on you on a fucking podcast.
Truth.
But yeah, there's a lot of good matches on here. 6-man scramble, which is, oh no, this is an 8-man this time. But scrambles are always a favorite of mine. I love them, especially
That's like a staple of theirs, right? That scramble match.
Yeah, they always start off the show with the scramble match. It's usually a 6-man scramble, but when they have these bigger shows, they go to 8. So yeah, they got that one. There's a solid triple threat, and then some of the more marquee matches. We got Alex Zane versus the jobber Robert Anthony. Fuck Robert.
Jobber.
He's the fake Anthony. That's why he's not the champion, and Ethan is the real champion.
There you go.
And then we got Ricochet and Page versus Mark Wheeler, Eric
Okay.
Cannon versus B-Boy, which I love B-Boy. Do you know who B-Boy is?
Yes.
Love
I
B-Boy.
saw B-Boy in LA. I went to see a charity show in LA one time in 2013,
Yeah.
and I saw B-Boy at that show.
He's done a few freelance dates, but he hasn't been back in like a year. So it'll be good to see him. Um, Darren Corbin's open challenge, which we all think that Jeremy Garcia is going to issue it or is going to accept it. And I don't know if you know who Jeremy Garcia is, but he is this fan at Freelance who every single show he's in the crowd gets in Darren's face and just screams in his
I
face.
I know exactly who he is.
Yeah.
He comes to AEW too
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. So, but I love it. I think I've gotten like I always get at least one picture of that at a show.
Jeff Jeremy. He's
And that
always he's always like hammered too, isn't he?
well, you gotta like he takes it up a notch for that, but he controls himself. But yeah, he does drink, but he does control himself. Like he never pushes it too far.
I'm confusing him with that one guy who comes to AEW all the time. He's always hammered.
Lance?
He he he's that one dude. He looks kind of like Jeremy Garcia, I guess, if I'm thinking the right guy. But he's like, hey man, yeah, let me get some fucking autographs. Shit, huh, dude?
He's gonna pop when we hear him when we say that.
Who?
Chico? The
Chico?
kid from fucking Milwaukee who always comments on my shit.
Oh, Chico Six Toes. That motherfucker.
Yeah.
He fucking. I can't tell if he hates us or loves us. I still can't figure it out.
No, the kid has a gimmick.
It's a gimmick,
He's a good person. He just has a gimmick.
dude. I'm not sure if he hates
I
us
don't
or
know if he likes wrestling.
Yeah, seriously. We'll have to find out.
We'll have to find out with that one. Then we have a pretty heated tag match. We've got Eye Candy Elliott, who is the Legacy champion, and Isaiah Velasquez versus Pat Monix and Effie. So, a lot of turmoil, a lot of personal shit that's happened with the mix with all four of these guys. Isaiah's turned heel on Pat a few shows ago. I think Effie and Elliot broke up and has been very personal online. It's been very awkward.
Oh.
And Elliot also turned on Monix as well because they used to be a tag team.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, that one's like I don't know if you can really call that a sleeper because it's a lot of really good talent in that match.
Okay.
And then you got freelance tag team championships. You got Space Pirates versus the Workhorsemen. And I'm going to say this. Besides the Besties, Workhorsemen are my favorite tag team on the indies.
They're getting some buzz. I've been seeing some
Bar
buzz.
none. I've been preaching this for a minute. Workhorsemen and Besties, two favorite tag teams on the indies. Nobody does it better than those two.
Okay.
Pretty God.
Shit.
So I will always hype up a Workhorseman match.
And who's in the Workhorseman?
That's Anthony Henry and JD Drake.
Gotcha. Okay.
So JD Drake was former Evolve champion, or no, WWN champion before they merged it with the Evolve. They finally united it. I think they unified it with the Evolve Championship now.
Got it.
And then the main event is an I Quit match. This is part of the best of 5 series for the Freelance Underground Championship, not the World Championship because Ethan is
in Mexico.
So, but he'll be on the Freelance Underground show the next day. So
okay.
This is an I Quit match for the Freelance Underground Championship. Part of the best of 5. It's GPA versus Craig Mitchell, part of this long-standing feud that they've had all year. So this is going to be a good match. All their matches are always fantastic. I don't expect this to be any less, but GPA is probably going to quit because he's a bitch.
The bitch.
Because hashtag beat up GPA. That's a legit hashtag. That's not.
I've seen it.
Yeah, hashtag beat up GPA.
I've seen T-shirts with us.
I have that. I have this T-shirt, and I wore it ringside, and I was biased as fuck about it. I have no shame.
All right, fair enough.
Then we got Freelance Underground, the announced card. Um, you got the Brothers of Funstruction in a tag match against the Philly Marino Experience. Some of these guys I don't always know.
Okay.
But no, it's Freelance Underground. That's when you get like a lot of the young talent in there.
Okay.
Then there's a four-way match. Effie versus Aaron Williams versus BMD versus Eddie Only. So that should be fun. Intergender singles match. Laney Luck versus Mark Wheeler.
Okay.
Tag match is going to be Marche Rocket and Acid Jazz versus Space Pirates. And I didn't see this part. So no, so this is the other part of the best of five. So I'm trying to read it really quick because I did not see this. I did not see this match announcement until just now. So if Craig wins on Friday, it's Craig Mitchell versus GPA and wait.
Dead air, Basil. We can't have this dead air.
There's a lot to read right now. So okay, so this is how the match goes.
All right,
okay. So if Craig Mitchell wins, it's Craig Mitchell versus GPA and Isaias. Oh no. It's Craig Mitchell versus GPA if Craig wins Friday because Craig is down on the series. And then Isaias just takes on Gringo Loco. If GPA wins, he ends up winning the feud. And it's GPA versus Gringo Loco for the Underground Championship. And then it's just Craig Mitchell versus Isaias in a one-on-one match.
Gotcha. Okay.
The text was really small and I blew it up. And then for the Freelance World Championship, it's Ethan Page versus Project Monix.
Is that his official name now? Project Monix, not Pat Monix?
Yeah, it's been Project Monix since he did the gimmick change.
Got it.
So yeah, those are the two shows that I am at this weekend.
Nice. All right. Cool. I will not be at two shows this weekend. I'll be. But no, it's cool, man. So yeah, go side of Basil, get him a water, or something else, or a recreational drink.
I like water, but the best part about Freelance Underground is at a bar.
Is that a bar? No. Yeah, what bar is it?
Church Street Brewery,
Where's
where
that?
they have their Itasca.
Oh, okay.
So
a little west of the airport.
Little west, but it's super close to me, so that's all I really care about. It's a 10-minute drive.
That's true. It is right near you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm down for that. And yeah, they have their own beer there. Sometimes they'll have food trucks outside. So
cool, man.
Nice little niche spot.
Nice. Oh yeah. Cool. So yeah, guys, go see Basil, say hello, connect, tell him how much you love the show. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, there's not much else really other than that going on this week. We I've been working on a lot of the social media stuff for AEW, working with Rob on a couple of things. We saw a preview of a secret project, not a secret, but one that hasn't been released. Or actually, no,
it has been released. We put out the Twitter post of it yesterday.
The Instagram. Yeah, the Sami Callihan documentary that Rob has coming out, Follow the Leader. That's going to be, I believe he's debuting it on Monday, the 17th, I believe. No.
17th. It's the way I thought he said.
No, 19th.
19th at 7
p.m. So Monday.
That's right
around the time Raw's starting. We're gonna debut that. So keep an eye for that. That's a good one. I worked on that with Rob. That did the I was the one asking Sammy those questions, those hard hitting questions.
Look at
So,
you.
yeah, I'm his official. He calls me. He credits me as a producer. I'll take it.
There you go. We
But I
all
was
have
working.
like, it's crazy how we've all like just taken the social media for AEW on our own and just like ran with it.
We had to, you know.
Well, we of course.
We had to. We think we know the modern style. We know what people look for. Um, it's not Mike and Danny's forte, you know, and it's the guy doing it previously. I didn't like. I didn't think he did a good job. I don't think he captured what the company needed.
No.
So it's like we had to do it if we were gonna go anywhere with it. We had to do it.
And the best part about it is everybody who contributes their parts to social media are the parts that they're strongest at. Like it's not one person like, okay, hey, you're in control of Twitter, you're in control of Instagram. Like,
Yep.
because
Everybody has a
who's
part.
is it is it all four of us in ZMT now have the Instagram?
I don't think Nate does anything with Instagram. I've been doing
I
those
thought
posts.
Nate did.
No, I've been doing those posts. The the Lynam posts. I've been
So it's
doing those.
me, you, Rob, Brian, and Mike, or does Mike not even
Mike
have?
has it too. Yeah, Mike has it
Okay,
too.
but he doesn't do anything with it.
No, he lets it leaves it to us. Mike does a lot of Twitter stuff, but we all do the Twitter
He
stuff.
does the promotional stuff for Twitter.
Right.
Like when you
And
talk whenever you see anybody talk about like ticket sales and stuff like that, that's or match announcements, that's Mike.
right. Those the films, it's Rob. If you're looking
Yeah,
at like a
anything films is Rob.
themes is I take care of anything themed that's going on, and fill in, then you
Anybody
handle
who replies, me.
Whittier replies as you.
Woody reply anybody who replies and just
Yeah.
starts making jokes from the AW, that's me.
Yeah.
What's up?
If you see the eyeball, the googly eyes icon or the emoji, that's Basil. Where it's like we're like you'll just see a regular like a wrestler who's not even affiliated in AEW be like you're like, what's up, Chicago? Looking at you, AEW, and they'll just put the eyes.
Just get some buzz out of it and they're like, oh my god, it's happening.
Right.
Like guys, I have no shit. I have no fucking control over who gets booked.
Yeah, you're the one fucking some guys like looking to get a job. Looks at you, he's like, oh shit, they read
Hey
my
man,
stuff.
I've been wrestling for like 3.5 weeks. I'll just put
Oh,
googly
can
eyes.
we do an episode one day about the messages we get on AEW social media?
Okay,
That'd be funny.
so yeah, this is what we'll do. Probably not the week after the lineup, but probably oh fuck, that's gonna be a hard weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait till the following to the recap. It's a very tough weekend.
Well, because I'm in Vegas.
Yeah, you're going to Vegas shoot Impact, so
Unless we do a Wednesday night.
we could.
We have to do it,
Today's
but
Wednesday.
I'd have to do an early Wednesday.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Otherwise, it's gonna have to wait till the following. It's gonna be a very. I mean, we can make an extra thick episode the following.
We'll see. I don't like
Super
to miss the
thick.
week after though.
I know. We'll try. We'll figure it out. We'll figure
We'll
something out.
we'll figure something out for that one because goddamn, there's so much wrestling that week for me.
Very thick.
I went from no wrestling in a month to like an insane amount of wrestling in the next month.
Yeah, that's good. Gives you a fix. Cool, man. Well, let's wrap. We were gonna do a short one today. It
Oh,
wasn't anything too
we're not.
crazy.
I thought we are gonna go 20 more minutes talking about Impact.
We could. I mean, I'll do it.
We probably will after we hang up, after we stop recording this.
No, we just want to touch base with everybody, give them a little heads up, what's going on, little things. We're just kind of we're excited about the tournament. Night 2 is sold out.
Oh,
Night
next week, really quick. Next week is maybe we can get two heels. Maybe just do like a joint one over Skype or something. But we can do real brackets because now that we know everybody.
Okay, that's
Because
good.
we'll get I think by next week we'll have all the match announcements for the
Yeah,
tournament.
for sure. By next week, for sure. At least for round 1, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt. Yeah, let's do that. Let's hit them up. Let's see what we can figure out with those guys.
We'll try to get Rob and Nate on as well.
Okay.
We'll figure out what the hell's going on.
All right, cool. Fair enough. All right, Basil, let's wrap it up. Let's tell people where they can find you.
can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BZ. That's a B, two E's, four Z's, and a Y. And all my pictures are at basilmahmood.com. That's BASILMAHMUD.com. And where can they find you, Trent?
You guys can find me at Vanilla Joke on Instagram and Twitter. Also at HEMI Music, HEMIMUSIC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. As I mentioned, HEMI's the official song music of Bound for Glory. So check us out, guys. The response, Basil, has been awesome, actually, because Impact was amazing about tagging our Facebook and Twitter pages in their posts, which to me is super, super class move because they didn't have to do that. They gave us the lower third. So, but tagging us in their post, blowing up our numbers were blowing up today. And it's actually the last couple of days, to me,
makes a huge difference. Just a tag. Doesn't cost anything.
Dude, just a tag. All play counts up, hits up. I mean, just that that's what it takes, man. When you're in the entertainment field, it just takes someone giving you that rub, a vouch, and it means the world,
I can personally speak on that because Sammy has done it twice for me.
Yep. Yeah.
Makes a huge difference.
It adds credibility. It adds credibility. I mean, to me, it's like, dude, it's something to appreciate. They go the extra mile to give you that credibility. It's huge.
Yep.
So, but yeah, guys, you can find this podcast on social media at the BSB Show, the BSB Show on Facebook and Twitter. And Basil, you were gone last week. We were told you were working on the Instagram. Is the Instagram ready yet?
Man, it's there's just a few tweaks next week.
Next week it is. We're coming up. We have hit the 1 year mark of the show. We're coming up on 1 year's worth of shows, and I'm hoping, man. I mean, we are. My fingers are crossed, Basil, that this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the year that we're gonna get the Instagram up and running. But cool, man. Let's don't forget, guys. You can also find this podcast wherever podcasts are found: Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Player FM, and a multitude of other independent platforms. Rate, review, subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell Basil. Tell your aunt. Tell Danny Daniels, who will not listen to our show, for God's sake. But tell somebody. Get in there. Rate the show. Remember, we also put this show on YouTube as well. So you got to look up the Backstage Boys podcast on YouTube. Give us a subscribe. Keep in mind, guys, the episodes come out about a half a day early on YouTube. If you're a third shifter, this is totally for you. So jump on YouTube, hit a sub, get the episodes early, and check us out there. That's all the plugs, Basil. I think that's it. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, guys. With that, we will say goodbye.
Bye.